Hello my friends and welcome to another painting tutorial, this time for my Grimdark kill team, my Grimdark Imperial Fist, and we're gonna start with a black primer, spray it or paint it on, whatever you prefer. Now I'm gonna use Charred Brown by Vallejo or Rhinox Hide by Citadel if you have that. And we're gonna go for a 90% stipple all over the model. But try to leave the weapon casings black, but if you get some on it, don't worry about it, just paint it black again. Just stipple about 90% to 95% coverage as you see here. Leave some black into the recesses. Alright, now Mornfang Brown. Stipple from above in a zenithal pattern like you would airbrush it or do it with a rattle can. But I'm going to stipple it. Go for the raised parts, basically. From above or 45% angle, a 45-degree angle, and aim for the highlights, the high raised areas. But you know what I mean, just zenithal stipple it with the Mornfang Brown. And also do the base while you're at it. Now here's another model. Once dry, it will look a little like this. I'm doing them all at the same time here. And honestly guys, it took me for a little over 3 hours to do all 6 of them. Here is the guy dried, and it ain't gonna win you any golden demons, alright? So let's be honest about that, but it's a nice Grimdark look, yeah? Now here I'm gonna stipple about 80% coverage with the old Beatha brush, and we're going for Everland Sunset here. Oh, sorry about that. Now dab most of the excess paint on the paper towel because we're trying to apply a soft coverage. We're gonna do 2 layers of this. And actually I did a little bit too much paint, but yeah, it works out alright in the end. Now avoid the recesses when doing this, okay? As I said, it ain't gonna win you any medals, this paint job, but it really looks grimdark in my opinion, but everybody has a different opinion about grimdark, so for me they are grimdark. And they look really cool on the table, especially from a distance. Alright, so as you can see, applying the paint here in a stippling pattern. Now this is the first layer. And we're gonna apply the second layer, repeat it, but a little bit less paint this time and focusing more on the more prominent areas that you want to, be more highlighted. Now here's a nice beat up yellow armor, don't you agree? Alright, so paint the shoulder pads with a Lamium medium or a matte varnish. Soak the transfers in some water, choose some that you have, soak them in some water. And I'm going to apply some white vinegar in a palette next to it. And the reason that I'm going to use it is once the transfers are applied, I will brush the white vinegar on the decal to hold it in position. And this way it will soften the decal and also make it bend around the shoulder pad. Now, Mornfang Brown for all the leather parts. Also the leather strap of the gun here, the belt, the holster, the pouches, and I'm going to use Rackard Flesh and Mephiston Red to do the scroll and the purity seal. I'm going to use 2 coats of the Rackard Flesh because mine was a little runny. And then here the purity seal with a Mephiston Red, also a little red dot on the arm thing. You could use more colors on it. Now if you want the shoulder trim or the Aquila to be red, do this now and then go over to the black for the joints. Now I'm going to do both the Aquila and the shoulder trims in black, so, and the joints of course, and also the weapon casing and all parts basically that I want to be metallic. I'm going to cover that all with a Batum black. Taking my time with the shoulder trim, and if you get some on the yellow, don't worry about it, we can re-stipple that with some Everland Sunsets or highlight it later. I'm also going to paint this tassel in corn red. Now lead belcher on the Aquila, backpack fence on the metallic parts of the bolter, and I'm also going to do the eye lenses. And wherever you want some more metallics on your model to be. I'm also doing the belt buckle. Be careful when doing the eye lenses. Now I'm gonna go with a highlight stipple with an aerial yellow focusing really on the main areas that's gonna catch the most light. So on the front of his helmet here, the top of his helmet a little bit, the tops of his shoulder pads, the tops of his backpack, his knee pads here. You can see where I've spilled a little. I'm gonna cover this as well now. Also stipple some on the icon on the shoulders. Alright, now mix equal parts of Nullen Oil, Agrax Earthshade, Lamium Medium, Reichland Fleshshade and Drakenhof Nightshade. Equal parts of all of them. And with that mixture, or you can just use Agrax Earthshade if you have nothing else, or Nullen Oil, I'm going to do some panel lining. So the trims of the shoulder, some between panels between the armor. Or you can just drown the model in Agrax Earthshade and then stipple on a little bit of Averland Sunset to highlight it back up again. You can do that as well. It's your model. Be creative, guys. I'm just gonna panel shade it. Now again, this model ain't gonna win you any golden demons. But it is a nice, quick and cool way to make a Grimdark looking Imperial Fists kill team or army. And I will do videos on how I will do my Ultramarines, Blood Angels, all kinds of chapters. Basically in the same way with a little bit variation of techniques. And yeah, I'm really happy with this paint scheme. I mean, as I said, no golden demons will ever be won with this, but well, your models look cool on the table and that's what counts. And you can do them really quick with this technique. Alright, now Abaddon Black, draw very thin lines wherever you want scratches to be, but do make sure that you use thin lines and a very thin brush here, because I'm not good at doing this. I'm gonna be upfront with that. I don't know why, but my lines always end up way too thick. Even this one looks thin, but it's way too thick. This one was okay. Then another one was way too thick. But anyway, you get the idea. Just draw in some scratches. And once you have done that, also on the top of the armor at the helmet, go with a pale yellow underneath the black lines. Or you can use a bone color or a white color. Just draw a thin line underneath the black to get some 3D effects. And do that all over where you've put battle damage on your model. You can also just stipple on some round here. I'm drawing in some scratches on the side. Also a quick note, and I do not film this, but in the end I also use the Beatha brush to very faintly stipple on Mournfang Brown on the boots and on the side of the panels. Now I'm going to do a little drop of Blood Angels Red into the eye lenses to make them look like they are glowing. Now I'm going to stipple some scratches on the leather parts with some Rackard flesh and do the bases however you want to match your kill team or your entire army. And here they are finished. A full kill team in about 3 hours and 15 minutes. Or 3 hours and a half, close to. And I'm really happy how they turned out. Again, no competition models, but cool looking Grimdark models for kill team. The Imperial Fists. And I did the grenade guy here with the red to differentiate him from the rest of his teammates. So yeah, very cool. Alright guys, thank you all for watching another one of my painting tutorials. I hope you all enjoyed the video and had some fun, maybe even learned a thing or two, I don't know. But yeah, thank you all for your support and for watching, and I will see you on the next video. Alright guys, bye for now everybody. Bye.